There we go.
Jesus Christ. STREAM.
You call my name?
What?
No.
Oh, I just thought Ezra called my name.
No, I did not call Chaos.
No, she called Crash, whoever that is.
Did you just go tee-hee?
Tee-hee!
You know we did. He's trying to one-up you.
Yeah, I have to try and one-up the Chaos Femboy situation that's going on.
Oh my god, is that the first thing your stream hears? Just you calling me a
Yes.
femboy?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Do we
I
need a
don't-
demon
that-
fanboy?
That was the
Wait,
cold
what?
open.
Do we need a demon fanboy?
No.
Yes.
We
No.
already have it.
But we can talk about that conversation, can't we, Chaos?
Go right ahead. I won't participate in it, but you can go right ahead.
I can force Chaos to participate.
Ow.
He said if someone buys him the stuff,
I
you'll
s-
wear it.
I spent $80 buying the stuff so he could wear it.
Oh my
Have you
god.
actually? I'm mostly joking. But yes, I will wear it if you buy it. I'm not paying my own. I'm not using my own money for it, but
That is
When
going to
I
be
go-
a very interesting outing you go to then.
I didn't say I wear it in public.
I've got the corset, I've got the wig, I have a skirt. I haven't picked out a shirt for it yet.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god. We're actually. Wow.
Well,
I didn't
I
think
have
any of you would
fuzzy ears
actually
and
pay.
tail for you if you want as well.
I didn't think any of you would actually buy it, but sure, I'll do it when I go down there.
yeah.
You doubt me?
You
Yes,
doubt
I
the
did, actually.
cosplayer?
Spend money on pointless shit?
Yes.
I spent $200 on a card game I haven't even played yet!
Oh
Which one?
my god. Before we get
It's
into
called the Time
deep into
Capsule
Final
2K game.
Fantasy. Actually, I'll do it after ads. After the solo instance, I'll run a quick marble game.
Yeah, I was having a quick look at the unlimited mod for Peak, so then we can have more than 4 players.
Have fun, late.
Has it gotten more stable? Because that was the thing I heard about it. It wasn't very stable.
I mean, it might have been, well, maybe. It might have gotten, well, it did have a few updates to it, so I'm not particularly sure.
I was gonna say, where are all the fates?
It must be Fate.
I know. Also, thank you for the first chaos.
You're welcome. That was a while ago, though.
Yeah, but we're talking about
It was
Femboy
like 4
Chaos.
minutes ago. Yeah, that's exactly why he said first.
Oh, fuck.
Uh, no, definitely not for my cutscene as I'm going into a solo instance. Yay! We love solo instances here.
Hey, this is no Q.
You're true. That's why I said we love solo instances.
Hey, it could be Orin Vale.
Oh my god. Still haven't
Okay,
done
so-
a new unveil.
So, Katron, Ezo,
Yes.
whose world are we going to?
Not a moment too soon. The skies of Garlemald are ablaze by its events on the ground that concern me. As you will have heard, your fellow Sirens arrived ahead of you. We will cut the greetings short after we received word from our troops on the glaciers that the Forum's airship has landed. It was then that the heavens began to burn. I dispatched your friends at once to ensure the refugees come to no harm. I would have you join them immediately. Additional support is en route, but we will discuss them later. I trust you're ready to depart. Yes. It is a cutscene and battle and cutscenes and battle and cutscenes and battle. Let's go! Earlier, glaciers. Since he didn't have arm, I'm guessing he was batting at someone else. The sky is falling! Ah! Metal bird. I don't know what's cool. Looks like a metal bird.
No. 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 We were promised an escape. Not the same room we fled.
Oh, hey, welcome back, cheat.
I shall not meet my final days here in this blasted waste.
This is all your fault. What do you mean?
Calm yourselves. Your panic is our greatest enemy. Come, we must build a line of defense.
Hello, Mr. Morphia.
How?
Leave the fighting to us, Father. You must lead the people to safety.
And thank you for second.
I can handle this pair.
You shall tend to the refugees. Let us be about it.
Chaos gonna hate me.
As you wish, my little lord.
Demon?
Yes?
Do you have icons on your stream, or do you want us to disconnect?
I don't really care.
I'll command the beast's attention. See to the wounded.
I'll just mute myself for you three, so that way I can still talk with
Help is
Demon.
at hand.
I mean,
Okay.
usually I would just stay muted on Discord. That way, if you run into a problem like, you know, me crashing,
Yeah, just go muted. That's fine.
Okay, I've muted you three on Discord.
Nice. And then I need to protect them. Oh my god.
No, I can.
Leave it to me.
No, I didn't. I'm not muting myself on Discord, so I
Thank you
can
for
still
the
talk with you,
alert.
Essentially.
Yeah, 100%. If you want to mute me, go right ahead.
You could mute me on Discord.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But I'm in the middle of a fight right now, my friend.
Those who can stand, come with me. Easy now. Deep breaths. You're safe now.
Worry not for the refugees, but for yourself.
What do you want me to do now? Oh shit. Thank you for the hydrate. We'll get to that in a moment. I'm so used to this being in different order. Fuck, let me select fucking this boy. Oh, fucking Jesus Christ.
But not hard enough!
Yes, I'm with you. Yo, Chaos reached hot streak? Yo, congrats. Don't know why I didn't let me about that, but nice job, Chaos.
Help! Someone, please!
What?
It's a beholder.
No. Don't. I don't want to die.
Forward! Let not a single fiend escape!
The Garlamodes are here.
Wait, that's... Euless and the army. So, you've recovered then? In time enough to be of aid. For once. We can speak of it more later. For now, we must fight! To repay your salvation in kind, or with better!
Never thought I'd
For
fight with the Guardian.
has her pride!
At least a Guardian army.
Of that I've no doubt.
Good gods. Of all possible saviors, the Imperial Army. Oh!
I had hoped to take all of them down at once.
You may have hoped, but no matter.
Think a withdrawal might be in order?
Oh, sod that. You know who would never abandon these people to their fate. To be devoured by their former friends. That'd be beyond cruel. These beasts must fall here and now.
Well then, I'd say it's high time we threw caution to the winds.
So long as you spare me the heroic sacrifices. Now, let's go!
Now we get to fight Texas! Half an hour and an early sea. Let's go! It's gonna remember. Okay. Whatever you say, doll.
I'm fine.
Not today.
Now's our chance.
I'm not done yet.
He can take care of himself.
Nothing to worry about. The air crackles with energy. Find cover!
As they say, turnabout's fair play. On guard.
Why does hers look so cool? That would be fucking fantastic limit break. Like limit break 2.
There's not the barest trace of ether. Maybe there really is no way to bring them back. Thank you for saving our lives once again. I remember you from Purusha. You helped us there too, didn't you?
Don't
Ah,
use
you're from
the
Pelican
moon.
Stand. I'm glad you're still in one piece. Or you will be, once I see to that injury of yours.
Look out!
Here come another. Why is he
Get
so
out
cool?
of here! Quickly!
Why do they make him so cool here?
I won't lose them. Not a one. This will be a brighter future. I won't let a madman's apocalypse ruin everything we've fought to achieve.
Get it together, Alize. You're embarrassing yourself. And in front of father, no less. You might never measure up to our champion. But we ask too much of him as it is. You mustn't let Eorzea's hero fight alone.
I should probably mute so I don't annoy non-deafened people. My bad.
Oh.
That's right. This is precisely why you should never skip your squad regimen.
I can look after myself, you know.
Everything's in order, I trust?
I've had enough of this rabble. Come on!
Yahoo! We actually gotta fight as ourselves.
Oh, a trio for the ages. Just the beginning.
Oh my god, this pub goes down so much faster as ourselves. What the fuck? Why you do that? Why you make it?
I had a feeling I'd find you here. This should be the last of the worst troublemakers. With me!
done that wrong, I would've, but oh well.
I'm in your debt.
Yo! Oh, that was...
You must board without delay. The ship will depart ere long.
Your offer to host us in Charlian is most appreciated. But will the final days not soon fall upon it as well?
Your hesitation is not unwarranted. The satrap entrusted me with your lives, yet I have failed your comrades. Nor are you wrong to fear that this corruption will continue to spread. I cannot promise you complete safety, even in my homeland. What I can promise is that I will do all in my power to protect you. That power is not inconsiderable. Even now, my countrymen are preparing the vessel that will deliver us to a sanctuary on the moon.
Welcome back, Mr.
Join
Morpheo.
us on our journey there, and beyond, to new horizons. Come to old Charlian.
Came to cause problems.
Please.
Oh, if you want to cause problems to the other lot, they're playing Phasma over on Katron's channel.
We would be fools to refuse such a generous offer made in earnest.
A good point. So if you sound
Seems
ready.
they have a new destination.
The people of Radzat-Han have known too much suffering. The march to Garlemald will only bring them more, short though it may be.
I quite agree. Fortunately, they have you to look after them.
Yes. Well,
Come on, we should tell him too.
Behind you! Just there!
I don't play Phasma.
More of them.
Xenos! Here!
You'll be all right. Hurry to the airship.
Why have you come?
A heretofore unseen beast. 'Twas ripe for the slaying. Poor sport, alas. Unfit to temper my blade.
Oh, for the love of... You cannot still be on about a rematch.
Of course he is.
That is and has ever been my sole concern. You, on the other hand, are fixated on a different quarry. Your passion pales before mine, yet neither hate nor despair seems sufficient to recapture your misdirected bloodlust. So, I hone my blade, and I wait.
Please, somebody I get to be above again.
That's it. That's all you care about. Garlemald is in ruins. Our homeland, the nation you rule, is as good as gone. Along with so many of its people. Not just soldiers like us. Not only those who fought and killed for power and duty. Innocent civilians. Murdered by their own flesh and blood. Lost and confused as they breathed their last. While we who survived with our lives and minds intact were left to freeze to death.
He's a terrible king.
The Eorzeans tell me all this was your doing! You slaughtered your countrymen! You did! For what?
For nothing in the end. So much wasted effort.
You bastard!
For your own sake, Eulus, you must control your anger. It will serve no one should it consume you and see you transformed.
Rip him to shreds.
Would you be happier had I a good reason?
What?
If my motive is your approval,
Thank you,
no
Cass.
longer resent the outcome. If so, then perhaps a beast's skin would suit you better. Duty, honor, morality. All constructs of convenience when put to proof. Surely the war taught you how easily power becomes the tool of the self-righteous. How the people's justice was merely a means to their ends? Yet you would ask me why. Ask any creature of this star and those above for answers, and they will tell you what suits their fancy. And they would be right to do so. What meaning there is to be found in the petty vicissitudes of your existence must be gleaned by you, and you alone. Should you seek it in battle in the fruitless pursuit of my demise, then come. Assume your rightful place as a notch on my blade.
Darn. Blind door. Sound like
You
great.
are a blight on the Garlean race, and there would be no more satisfying way to expunge it than by beating you to death. But I will not be party to another tragedy. I refuse to lose anyone else because of you.
Well then, why don't we take every other party as well?
Go. Go! And may we never suffer your madness again!
Xenos! Perhaps you found meaning in living this way. I cannot deny you found strength. Yet if you only pursue your hedonistic pleasures and pay no heed to the plight of others, then no one will give you the
You're not
time
going
of
to
day.
convince a madman. I'm not going to lie.
You will never get what you want. Not even the battle you pine for so dearly. You'll be alone for an eternity, and you'll deserve every agonizing second of it.
Yay! Agonizing seconds! You did it! You scared him away! Good girl!
We're ready to depart. The refugee ships will be leaving shortly, but I've asked mine to remain for the time being. There's room enough for you to join me on it, if you wish. Do contain your surprise. I needn't agree with the Scion's methods or intentions to acknowledge that their deeds are deserving of gratitude.
He's changing.
We appreciate the offer. But might I ask why you are delaying your departure? I presume it is not solely for our benefit.
I must visit Garlemald ere we return to Sharlayan. Having caused such an uproar, it is only meet that I explain myself to the Ilzabard contingent.
Come on, we need to tell them the important
Allow us to accompany you,
information.
then. We should be glad to facilitate, given our familiarity with all concerned.
Like, seriously.
If you would like to join as well, Eulus, we can speak of recent events on the way.
Can we tell them of what we learned? You know, the Song of Oblivion. I know it's about ended, but still.
He'll be after your seat on the forum next.
No. You sprays me. What do you mean, Dava? Why are you replying to a gasp? A gasp of a net. Oh my god. To see Xenos standing there, so uncaring and so unrepentant. Gods, I don't know what came over me. I just blurted out the first thing that came to mind, but looking back on it, I would stand by those words. I would say I hope they won't incline him to further villainy, but to be honest, I doubt he even remembers what I said. What the fuck? Is it okay? Anyway, enough about that. It's good to see you again. Come on, baby. Just let me say what my character needs to say.
No major injuries then. Good. I briefed the recovered soldiers and sent them on their way as quickly as I could, but nevertheless feared they would not make it in time.
The additional support was invaluable. Your men saved more than a few lives.
Your men saved no. They saved no.
Though not all, I regret to say.
I take it that I'm addressing Lucia Junius. I'm the Forum's envoy, Fortuno Leveilleur. And you are owed an explanation for these most dire developments.
Another trial wrought by the final days. I was beginning to suspect as much. You doubtless feel some consternation having been forced to abandon your original plan. But trust me when I say you were right to send the refugees elsewhere. Beasts have been sighted within the capital. Perhaps it was a stroke of grim fortune that the population was decimated beforehand, as they've yet to appear in any great number, but in time. In any case, Maxima leads the remainder of the contingent in an effort to cull the creatures and evacuate the populace as we speak.
We're planning war in chat, now we're planning alliance.
Once the airships have taken to the skies, I pray your men can be persuaded to join him.
You'll permit us to retain our weapons?
Mr. Morphia, I am confused. I saw it as about to become a bloody war in my chat between you two. But now it looks like you've made a treaty or whatnot. And why the fuck do we reply with a gas or never with a gas? Like, what the fuck? Is this you planning over on Katron's stream? Do I need to forcibly unmute them all so I can hear what's going on?
I wouldn't have sent you after the Scions were I expecting you to stab them in the back.
And I, for one, would not consider past transgressions more relevant than future contributions. Regardless of the circumstances that saw us at odds before, we need men of courage now, more than ever.
Well, since he's later, can we tell him now?
We swore to defend Garlemald, and so we shall.
Good boy.
It seems you have everything under control. You will excuse me then, for mine own duties await.
A moment, Master Fortuno. You did desire to express your appreciation for services rendered, did you not?
I did. Though if you intend to again ask that Charlian alter its course, you will find my gratitude insufficient.
'Tis nothing so onerous. I wish to hear the details of this grand endeavor of yours.
Do you swear to listen and to learn, and not to embark upon some scheme to impede us?
I swear.
Any other I would doubt, but you I trust to keep your word. For not once have you broken it. Very well. I will request that the Forum make you privy to our plans. You may await our summons at the Baldessian Annex, assuming the decision is in your favor. Does that suffice?
It does. You have my thanks. Excellent. You can regale us with tales of your most recent sojourn to the First.
We might want to tell the Forum too.
Did you hear something just now?
Pudding. It's pudding wine.
Where is this star's blasted pudding?
Pudding wine.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night, and to this bitter clime bring warmth and comfort. 'Tis heartening to see such an assembly upon my return. I thought often of you whilst I looked down upon our star's brilliance from the moon above.
Yes, but what are you doing here? And dressed like that? Aren't you cold?
He's been on the moon? Like...
Verily, I fear for my health should I proceed to expound upon our purpose ere I procure more suitable garments.
Then allow me to summarize. We're here because none of you lot are up there. Nor has anyone deigned to send word about any changes in the plans. It's rude, is what it is. At least that's what I thought at first, but then folks got to wondering if you weren't in a spot of bother, so we decided to take matters into our own hands. Come down here and help, if our help be needed. So she says, but it's also something of a convenient excuse to visit Etheris. Oyanje made it sound absolutely marvelous. More so before the impending doom, but still. And it's not like there will ever be a better time. What with the aforementioned doom?
Well, if he stopped her singing.
They say yet not an ounce of pudding to be found. I must suffer Orionje's inferior works no more.
Hey! Maybe consider the plight of present company before you go blathering on about pudding and doom? Ahem. As I was saying, should you require any assistance with Whatever, we are at your disposal. We were born from Heidelin's love for the lives of this star.
Hello, cheese lover,
We would
and
much
fair
prefer
enough.
to see them continue. Twiddling our thumbs up on the moon is hardly conducive to that, though, is it? Not when you've all got such precious thoughts and
But shouldn't you be called pudding lover instead of cheese lover then?
active preservation. Speaking to Urianger made us realize that while we've carried out our duties to the letter, we've failed to fulfill them in spirit. From there, it was just a hop, skip, and a jump towards resolving to do better. So please, show us how. Help us help you.
Forgive me, but are they...
Bunnies that come from outer space? Yes.
Thy distant collaborators, indeed.
Hail, fellow, well met. You'd be a member of the Forum, would you? It's an honor and a pleasure to meet you at last. I'm Livingway, Heidelin's right paw. That last bit is very important, as am I, if I may humbly say so myself.
I bid you welcome to our star, Livingway. On behalf of the Forum, I thank you for traveling such a distance to meet us.
Oh.
As you have surmised, preparations for the Exodus have not proceeded as smoothly as we had hoped. I should be happy to personally escort you to our headquarters in Charlian, where you may advise us as you deem fit.
'Twas with reluctance that I set aside the great work of readying the moon for habitation. Be assured that I did so only after the Loperids made plain their earnest desire to come hither, and I myself felt a growing certainty that their contributions here would prove invaluable.
Yeah, because they're so cute and they warm the heart.
'Tis trite, perhaps, but I followed my heart.
They're so cute! Bah. May thy disciples banish for darkest night. Or this darkest night, whatever you want to put it.
I am no esteemed philosopher of eld. Nevertheless, 'tis my hope that what little knowledge I shared shall serve them well, and perchance help save us all. Will thou attend us at the Forum and lend thine own wisdom?
We got a lot of information to
If
give.
that's all quite settled, can we start moving before Urianger catches his death? Even I'm freezing out here.
Ah, weakling!
Oh, I dare say you'll warm up quickly once you're aboard the airship. Sat shoulder to shoulder with our fur-covered friends.
And how are you freezing in this weather? You're on the goddamn moon for the last few weeks. That should freeze your soul. Oh. As we get teleport. Oh, this is this part, okay. I just said, oh fuck, it's old English man. Oh, I don't want to deal with your milkshakes. I dare say, Master. Fucking. Master stick up his ass, that's what I call him. Was a non-put as we to learn my identity of Highland's lunar custodians, as he will soon discover. They have much and more to offer the Forum. I suggest we return to the Annex forthwith. We may yet have time to discuss their recent adventures ere we are summoned to. I realize we told you others, but not demons. We tell him. Fucking girls, go play your game. You're meant to be hunting ghosts, my dude. Why are you in this chat? Or do you just keep dying? Is that what this is all about? I died the first time, but now I'm waiting for permission to go in. No. Okay. Then enjoy your ad break. Oh, boo-hoo. This voice acted too. Am I gonna be spared the old Englishman? It's so bad. Ah! Not that I'm complaining, John, but I wasn't expecting to see you quite so soon. Nor I thee. In exploring the virtues of Theorus, I did advertently awaken in the laboratory of bunnies a desire to of our beloved star's demise. Carl tells us you have attained new information that may aid us in our ongoing efforts. I have news to share regarding our state of the Evil Sea, but your findings are shown to be great, so I would rather hear them first. To what revelations is Highland Flower lead? And then we tell them that it's actually fucking their fault. It's actually a place, not a flower. Oh. Then this darkness is what drives the final days. If it and Akasha are one and the same, then all but proves Nahar's theory. Were an entity force through sheer force of emotion to channel this vast dormant into a raging river, its power might surpass even that of ether. But if our start is a respite with ether, said entity would need to be outside its influence to effectively manipulate the dynamics of the great expanse. Or rather, the sorrow and suffering of fallen civilizations that she has been hoarding for millennia. Untold anguish and fear and hatred dawn from every corner of the universe, all for a single purpose, the destruction of Etheirus. Then our foe is no longer some unknown calamity. We have an aim. We have but one aim: to defeat. I'd rather, save her. You make it sound so simple, but you're not wrong. Vanquish her, and we will deliver the world from final days. But to even attempt it, there are two conditions. First, we must determine her location. Before Metalon escaped, an enchantment was placed upon her by Venart, the woman who would become Hydra. The implications of the temporal magics are not entirely understood, and so we can't assume that our Hydra and Venart you met in Ellipse are one and the same. Nevertheless, due to her instinctive qualities as an all-powerful being, I wager that Heinlein possesses the knowledge we seek. Whether she would share that knowledge with us, however, remains to be seen. After all, she intends for us to flee in Ferris, not to stay. Do you suppose she has abandoned her pursuit of Metalon? That's my impression too. Otherwise, she wouldn't have used me as a conduit for her wheel, or provide clues such as the ellipse flower. I believe she has been waiting for mankind's answer to Hermes' question. So, what's the second condition? We must find a means to reach her. Naturally, our Trojan method will depend entirely upon wherever she has wheresoever she has made her nest. Read the whole damn word deep. Then communicating with Highland must by necessity come first. Necessity, sorry. Did you and Master Matori have any luck with your investigation into the Ethereal Sea? Sadly not. Though we enlisted the help of our friends and our other echoed blessed allies, we can't detect so much as a whisper of Highland, even from within the anti-tower. Master Matori is of opinion that in the years since abandoning it, the Forum has found some other method of receiving instructions from Highland. If so, it would most likely be some form of or for observing the astral sea. Bill Crosser, fucking, I can't speak. I'm done. Sorry to interrupt. We just received word from the Forum. Your presence is required. Were they intending to discuss the great plan? Then Father was able to speak to them. They're finally taking us seriously. Let's hear what they have to say. Good donuts. Why are we calling people donuts now? Not just for that, I'm gonna be out of here. Yeah, ba ba ba. Yeah, ba ba ba. Performance in set, and as such, the is closed to visitors. A sign of the 7th door. Very well, you may wait in the corridor. Of course, entry will only be permitted on the condition you leave your weapons at the door, lest you forget this institution holds rational discourse in the highest. The implements of ward are especially forbidden. I love how my game froze, but my stream didn't freeze my game. That is absolutely fantastic. Welcome back.
There is a matter I wish to raise with you before we enter. We are here to listen and to learn. But if the Forum's plans are more or less what I expect, then I should like to make a proposal that will serve our ends. By your leave, of course.
I don't see why not. Your words and wits have gotten us this far. Agreed. I will present our queries so that you may consider the most advantageous way to advance your proposal without distraction.
Thank you, everyone.
If I may have your attention, the ad hoc session will now commence.
Ad hoc.
The purpose of today's assembly is to brief the Scions of the Seventh Dawn at their request on the Great Exodus.
Exodus, that's how you say it.
You may enter. On behalf of the Forum, I commend your heroic actions on the Magna Glaciers. We shall not soon forget your service to us and the people of Radzat-Han.
Radzat-Han, let's go! I can say that
The
town.
Satrap, whom we have informed of the refugees' new arrangements, sings your praises as well. As an expression of our gratitude, we will endeavor to answer your questions as fully and openly as we are able.
Then let us begin. First, it is the Forum's objective to ferry the life and knowledge of this star to the moon. Am I correct?
You are. It is for this purpose that Sharlayan has labored these many long years. We have collected biological samples and scientific records from across the star. When the time comes, they will be moved from their places in Labyrinthos and Numenon and conveyed to safety. Once that critical task has been accomplished, we will begin transporting the Sharlayan citizenry, which has been categorized into groups. The earliest arrivals are to ensure hospitable environs for those who come after. Following our people, we will send those of other nations in turn, beginning with our allies. Radzat-Han was foremost among these, but since the final days have already come to Thavnair, we saw fit to include the refugees with earlier groupings.
No.
An ambitious plan.
Yeah.
You have accounted for the safety of all nations and tribes, then?
As many as we can.
And how, pray tell, do you decide who to leave behind?
To journey beyond the sky is an unprecedented and immeasurably difficult endeavor. Introducing sources of inevitable conflict would condemn all to certain death.
So what, you leave these
Questions
tribes
as to the
behind?
validity of that approach aside, are your plans proceeding apace? We're under the impression that your primary means of celestial transportation is incomplete.
If only in that it does not meet our optimal parameters, that is correct. This Ark, as some have taken to calling it, is fully operational and could be launched even today. However, the final days have progressed more quickly than we anticipated. At present, the ship is incapable of attaining speeds sufficient to meet our evacuation targets. Should we put the vessel into service, as it is now, we will be unable to travel to the moon and back quickly enough to complete the necessary number of trips. Precious lives and knowledge will be lost.
Seven hells. Is there anything to be done?
The ether burner, the primary means of propulsion once the craft is in the space between stars, is undergoing testing to determine whether it can be made more efficient. Though cargo is being loaded for the initial phase of the Exodus, we are prepared to continue our experimentation up to the day before launch, should it prove necessary.
Okay, so they're still experimenting and adjusting.
What if the Scions were to solve your problem? We shall help devise a means to improve the ether burner's efficiency, on 2 conditions. If we succeed, you must allow us to meet with Hydaelyn.
"'Twas simple enough to deduce. You have a Concord, and so you would never have abandoned the anti-tower had you no other means of communication. One far more convenient, I suspect.
The second condition, also to be met upon our success, is that we be permitted to propose another use for your Ark.
We would be at liberty to refuse this proposal.
Of course. If we cannot prove its merit to the 99 here, who are we to stake on it the lives of all peoples of this star?
Delightful as always, Master Alfino. Oh, we couldn't have asked for a finer plan. Allow us to solve this complex engineering problem of which we were entirely unaware until moments ago. What could possibly go wrong? The satire writes itself. Yet, what field has not benefited from a change in perspective? When we are at wit's end, what we need is not the same dry theories recited ad nauseam, but fresh inspiration.
I like this, man.
I, for one, have faith in my erstwhile students to provide it, and I find their terms to be perfectly acceptable.
Order! Order! We have no time to waste on debate. I call a vote. All in favor of agreeing to the Scion's terms?
Majority rule!
"71 in favor, 28 against. The ayes have it. Fortuneau, as the architect of this project, you are
Fortuneau
the best
wouldn't have
candidate
gone
to
up.
show them its current state. And bear in mind that regardless of your personal misgivings, this is the will of the Forum.
Very well.
I call this session to a close. Return to your tasks with urgency. The final days wait for none.
Sorry about not letting the rest of you in on my plan. I was admittedly thinking on my feet for most of the part. But since we had both a means of communicating with Hydaelyn and reaching in a spur of the moment, I saw involving ourselves with completion of the arc is a way to work towards both objectives simultaneously. However, we must first keep our end of the bargain by solving the problem of the ether burner. I like to think it is not a challenge beyond our combined, or at least the expense of our extended circle of associates. I might be us to learn how an ether burner actually works before we attempt to improve it, though. Going underground, level 88. Yeah. Alright. Mr. Morphia, are you still here? I will take that as a no. As instructed, I shall take you to see the ether burner. Meet me outside. I trust you can make your own way there. So the ark is being built in Laveritos. Hardly surprising. Where else could they conceal such a massive undertaking? I don't know. On the moon! Just take us down here. I'm not going that way on foot, fucker! Ha! Our destination lies in the lower levels. The form, in its wisdom, has granted you access to the Archon's lift. Step inside and take you to a circuit. Okay, we have to wait until all they've start holding. Oh? Oh, you want to do that? You wish to use the lift, yes? Yes. Please. It's just a teleportation. It's so bad. I've sent your associates ahead to Logicon Alpha on the other side of the zone. Actually, there's something I have been meaning to. No, never mind. It can wait. Let's attend to a matter at hand. Go all the way down there, my fault. Faster movement speed for the win. Southwest. Southwest. Faster movement speed for the win. I'm not stuck. Me soon, will probably get there. Strength Queen! There's a queen! Yo! I didn't know there was a queen in town. You should have told me. Oh, guess I can't tell that. You could go in this building the entire time. That would have been nice to know. I could have gotten this on that. That would have been nice to know. We are to wait here while our father arranged for us to use the next lift. here being where the conditions of them are regulated. Water is drawn from underground and then dispersed as vapors, simulating the formation of artificial clouds and rain. By manipulating the temperature and air circulation, they are able to create the ideal environments for growth and preservation of biological samples kept here. Each section has its own regulations. Han, how do you know so much about it? Well, why father brought me here as a child. What? And left me behind? Actually, you're the one who left me behind when you went off somewhere with grandfather. The night before, I've been asking father how clouds are made, so he decided to show me. It was fascinating. I peppered him with the questions the entire time. It's all too easy to take for granted the many interweaving aspects of a natural world to grow immune to one. By having gained an understanding of the complex mechanisms employed by the bunnies and recreating a similar environment, I've come to view such progress in a new light. The subterranean goings of Labyrinthos, the lunar prison forged to contain the ancient zodiac, the habitationals built for all mankind, beneath the moon's surface, each unique yet undeniably similar. This no mere coincidence. Ever since Harden unfolded to us the grim fate of that awaits fucking Epherius, every essential resource we could spare has been delivered to Labyrinthos in preparations for the great plan. But that is not all. It is also a testing ground for technologies that will allow us to settle on distant stars. Though the bunnies have endeavored to make the moon inhabitable, that is not our final destination. Mankind must learn to procreate life where there is none, to thrive where all is burdened. Alas, time is not on our side. I have arranged for you all to enter the center circuit. It is there that most of our preparations for the great carry out the construction of the Ark among them. Though our plans have been made public, access remains highly restricted. You, however, will not be subject to such restrictions, and will have free reign to come and go as you please. Such was the will of the Forum, after all. We will provide ourselves worthy of their trust, your trust. Then let us proceed. Yahoo! The afterburner is being constructed not far from here. Overseeing the work is up to whom the forge is named. Once the necessary introductions have been made, I shall leave you with him to discuss the particulars. This way. Can I go get... I go try and get fucking this entire 88, everything's 88. Oh no, I'm so low level, not fucking over leveled. Did I take the right path or did I fuck up? I didn't fuck up. I fucked up. Should have gone from the front. Oh no. Haha, now done. walk all the way down. Now where's Chicken? Chicken! Chicken! So I can't get lower. How do you go lower? I'm guessing from that tower? Or perhaps this tower? But I bet it's on the very far side. Because why wouldn't it be? I want to go down below. Let's go down below. Hello. Whee. Bap, 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 bap. Bap, 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 bap. Bap, 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 bap. Ba-da-da. Wee.
I could swap them out. No, been there, done that. Damn near lost my eyebrows.
Think, Coco, think! We'd be well on our way to paradise.
Coco.
Visionaries patting themselves on the backs for their grand accomplishments if you'd only think!
Yes, that does sound rather lovely.
Yeah! I mean, Master Force, you know, what a pleasant surprise. We're not blasting off already, are we?
The schedule remains unchanged, for better or worse. Which is why the Forum has elected to accept assistance in resolving the ether burner conundrum.
Huh. Not seen you lot down here before.
There are Archons among their number, but engineering is not their expertise. Nevertheless, the Forum concedes the slim possibility that they may have insights to offer. If not, you are at liberty to return them to the surface.
By whatever means.
By whatever means you see fit.
I assure you that won't be necessary. Now, about your troubles with the ether burner.
Aye, I'll walk you through it. Suppose I could do with a change of pace. As the name ought to tell you, the ether burner burns ether, ambient or otherwise, and transforms it into motive force. Think of it like a giant bomb that never stops exploding. Even out in that black void where the ether's right sparse, it's strong enough to move our arc. And it probably won't kill you like an actual bomb.
Would it be better to use Dynamis? Or Akasha?
But it ain't perfect. According to my calculations, to travel to the moon and back fast enough for the Forum's liking, the conversion rate needs to be 6% more efficient. A measly 6%, you say? But if I could have squeezed even another 0.6 out of it, don't you think I'd have built it that way in the first place?
Hast thou consulted with the Loperids?
Yes, they too are conducting their own research, for lack of a ready answer. The moon's propulsion systems are considerable, naturally, yet they are commensurately massive. It is no easy feat to convert their technology into an efficient means of propulsion for a teeny tiny toy boat, as they say, and as I most certainly do not.
Yes, exactly! Damn it all, I asked for refined adamantite and they send me uppity rabbits with inscrutable, ancient, incompatible technology! You're trying to drive me mad!
Do you speak of Allegan refined adamantite, perchance?
You know of it?
Only in the most general terms, I'm afraid. 'Twas an alloy of Allegan make, but the secrets of its production were closely guarded. As I recall, The record stated it was vital to Dalamud's construction and launch.
Oi, that's the stuff. No material more conductive far as I know. Slotting some ends like blowing up a dam and watching the river of ether come rushing through. Ain't a living soul that knows how to make it though. We were fortunate enough to salvage some for the ether burner, just a wee bit, mind, from a chunk of Dalamud that came hurtling into the Northern Empty during the calamity.
The movie's back.
Well, that extra 6% efficiency will be child's play. It's a crying shame that we've no other sources.
Surely the many shards of Dalamud scattered throughout Eorzea would suffice. Why not get the refined adamantite from them?
Oh, we tried, believe you me. But only a few specialised pieces would have had any in them to begin with. Drive calls from Ragnarok-class internment hulks. Those are the prize bits we really need. According to the Gleaners, getting to them means delving deep into the shards. And the defences are still very operational and very eager to blow them up.
Let me guess, we're going in.
It's rough going in there, even for the cream. Not sure they'd make it out alive.
That may be for the best, though you doubtless find the task too dull for your liking.
Too dull.
There are multiple internment hulks in Eorzea alone, so handling this ourselves may not be the most efficient option. Rather, if we could salvage adamantite from the shards simultaneously... Thancred, is the link shell we established before you went to Garlemald still active?
Of course. The floor is yours.
What's all this? Gathering firewood, so to speak. We alone can accomplish little, but joined by others, we may yet build a bonfire to carry us heavenward. This is Alphino. The Scions have need of you.
Are we calling everybody?
Understood. I will contact the Lord Commander and dispatch our finest at once.
My sisters are somewhat preoccupied with the final days, so I will lead the 12-Sword expedition myself.
Are you aware of any other sources of refined adamantite?
Logically, such an invaluable alloy would have been utilized solely where absolutely necessary, in components intended to conduct or collect surpassing amounts of ether. Any extant instrumentation or devices would have likely found their way into the hands of etherologists, or enthusiasts.
Enthusiasts.
Magical artifacts of Allagan design? The Eastern Alliance will send word to one and all. Are there other ways we may offer aid? No shards of the Lesser Moon scar our soil, but our stake in this cause is no less for it.
Is there anything in Othard that might be of use to you?
What did you say? Oh, you got friends in far places, lad. Anyway, if you're offering, I wouldn't say no to one of those Far Eastern sacred relics. Some of them can hold enough ether to summon a whole damn primal. Combine a source like that with the ether burner, and 3, 2, 1, kaboom!
I gather you heard his explosive enthusiasm. Might you secure us a suitable relic?
Surely they'll have one or two.
It shall be done. I know little of machines, but I promise we will do our utmost to gather the materials you need to finish your starship. I am glad for the work, in truth. Better to busy oneself than wait and fret over disasters foretold.
Get the entire
Then why
nation.
are we all still standing about yapping? There's plunder for the taking, and I'm a born plunderer. I'll be an old Charlian before you know it. Start mixing the grog.
I'm certain that can be arranged. Thank you all, and do be careful.
Every country is
Just
now
like that.
mobilized.
Aye, just like that. Our refined adamantite is on its way. Now let us consider our next steps, shall we? There's yet much to be done.
My God. They say a single phone call can move mountains, but my God. It's times like these that we're reminded of how famous or infamous Alpha Node has become. Who have thought he could achieve so much with a single link bell conversation? As we're expecting rather a lot of visitors in the near future, I best return to the surface and inform the relative parties. I also have a contact of my own that might be worth a try. Oh, and who might that be? That's for me to know and you to find out. And on that note, I leave matters here in your capable hands. Best of luck. With enough power, definitely. Yo, hello, how are you? Yeah, of course, with enough power. That's what I said. Some phone calls, not all phone calls. 4. I pick 4.
Our course of action is clear. We must harvest refined adamantite from the shards of Dalamud and procure arcane relics of Allagan make. Summon the best and brightest of our immortal flames, and form an expeditionary party at once. Call upon the Sultan Sworn and Brass Blades for support as you must. Papashan, send word to the guilds. We will require the expertise of master artisans if we are to have any hope of identifying and recovering these elusive materials.
So if I picked lower, it would have been better for you. I see how it is. Now, if I knew that, I would have picked like 6.5. But I hope it's not like bad overpower because of that now. But I hope it's reasonable. Now if the players die, I send them your way. You little rascal. And do you know what I will tell them? It's your own damn fault. Stop signing contracts with demons and maybe things won't bite you in the butt. I guess that is apt with your players, since people do call me demon.
Guys, we have need of your stone torches. They are to assist the immortal flames in scouring the ruins and to help secure the surrounding areas. I trust I can count on your support.
As commander of the stone torches, my son Zimberg will personally see it done.
Pippin, I I would have you lead the raiding party. Assemble your finest, and with Tizona's blade clear the way. Lord Lolorito, I pray you take charge of the search for Allagan relics. Surely you know of some being traded on open or clandestine markets, or sleeping in collectors' vaults. Of course, I ask not that you do this out of the kindness of your heart. By all means, profit on the transactions. I wish you the joy of it.
Wow! Oh my god, how... I would say that there is a big side of this player base that if you said that about Namama, about her, oh god, would hell fall down on you. But they're not a hobbit, they're a little evil rat. I'm not gonna lie, they're evil to their core. Yeah, hobbits.
The final days descend upon our world. If circumstances are truly as dire as they say, Uldar's best efforts may be for naught. And yet, when we Eorzeans rose from the ashes to rebuild our broken realm, did we not learn one simple truth? That which seems all but impossible to overcome alone may yet be possible if we stand together. It was the Scions who united us then, and it is the Scions who call upon us now. Uldar will answer that call. We will summon our courage and join the fight for our world's future. You know your duties. I, Nanamo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, bid you good luck and Godspeed.
I'll take orders from the Astro Dragoon. But as you... Bloody, he has such terrible spending habits. So what do you mean? Astidian, yeah, I know. But he has such terrible spending habits. It's insane. Don't we all? He's as worse. By tenfold, I believe. I pay for the gacha anime girls. I can't judge his spending. I think we've all been there at some point.
But our ranks are heavy with healers, and an abundance of restorative magics will be of little help in destroying Dalamud's defenses. Still, it has ever been thus with Gridania. We must steel ourselves for a protracted engagement.
In that case, might I suggest taking us along?
Commander Hext, what are you doing here?
None of the shards in Girabania are big enough to hold an internment hulk.
Wow, Chaos. I see what you're approving now. Oh god, what has this ship become?
So we said to ourselves, why not lend our neighbors a hand? We thought you might be short on people with a talent for breaking things.
While it pains me to admit it, you are right. Are our deficiencies so plain to see?
She's up. I mean, true,
It
she's
might
hot.
have been a lifetime ago, but I was once one of the Scions assigned to the Shroud. I know this forest well. I know your people. And I know we will be stronger if we fight this fight together.
Then I will impose upon you with a clear conscience. Come, let us speak of how to integrate our forces.
I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of characters in Final Fantasy that are hot. For example, Stydian.
I won't let it all be for nothing. I promise you, Papalimo.
Do you know who the I don't know. Who's the hottest? Who do you believe is the hottest? Keep in mind, I'm only up to this point in EndWalker. I'm not anywhere further. You stole her? I mean fair. All that I says, they did the Stoller dirty with
no
magic,
waste,
with gathering AIR. She didn't deserve that. Holy shit, he's changed.
That was a roar. A dragon's roar.
And now the dragons are evading again. My fucking god! Dragoon is my favorite class. That was a class I started on, yeah. It does have a soft spot. Soft spot in my heart. To the Ruby Sea! The armor looks so good.
In summation, the Eastern Alliance, as well as the Honorable Lord Lolorito himself, reached out to me for assistance in procuring these treasures of the divine, and I, in turn, do beseech the Confederacy for aid. Hmm? Is that...
Hancock? What a surprise this
I would be an
is. And a fortuitous one at that. I have a favor to ask, you see.
I hate Astrologian, I'm not going to lie. I got it to level 50. And now I refuse to play the class. It's a snake! It's a scream little snake! I think we had to fight that snake at one point. Yeah, we had to fight the snake at one point. As well as a phoenix, a tiger, and I think it was in a dungeon we fought. Whatever this was. And a turtle. I got told Reapers are the edgelord. I mean... fair. They use a bloody scythe. But as you can see, I'm leveling everything up. My goal is eventually to get everything but Astro to probably 100 or their max level that they can get to. For example, Blue Mage is at max, it's only at 80. There's no combat scythe in D&D. I mean... there's no official combat scythe in D&D, I don't think. But like, you can just make it yourself. Like, you can make a simple one yourself and then build upon it. For example, there was a... I can't remember where it was. Maybe I'm missing around many things, but combat with sides can be kind of cool. No job too small. Get someone else to do it. Though our friends are searching for refined adamantite and sacred relics, we will only know if they meet your requirements once they have arrived. In the meantime, is there naught else we can do to be of service? I've already done more than enough. If I had to say though, I would use someone who knows a thing or two about Argon technology. I joked with one of my players, he wanted a katana, I told him just reflavor the rapier. What do you mean? You there, the lad with red eyes and matching hair, you seem to know more than the average British scholar. Like you could... Yeah, I know it's like... What is a rapier's damage type? Is it slashing or pierce? Like, does it have a piercing thing on it? Because I always see rapier as like a stabby stab thing. Piercing? Well, change it to slashing then sure. Because, yeah. I can see it. We'll change it to slashing. And then... depending on the type of katana, I would say maybe give it a boost in damage. Because you have like the katana that you could use with like one sword. Like, well, not one sword, one-handed. But then for greater power and I think control, you can double wield it. Two-hand wield it, which you can't with rapier. I think a combat slice would do it to D12. I would say I'm on the same lines as that. Yeah, I would definitely say a combat slave would definitely be 2D12. Plus... maybe dexterity? Because you need definitely a good amount of... Similar to a halberd, yeah. I mean, a scythe is just a halberd bent backwards. If only Master knew how right he was. Why he and Gra established, why don't we help with preparations for the great? Indeed, this would mean going above and beyond the terms of our engagement, but I oppose this not to carry favour. As confident as I am that we will succeed, we must be ready for every eventuality. This would also be an opportunity to familiarise ourselves with the logistics of traversing the great expanse. And if nothing else, it beats twiddling our thumbs while we wait for the end to mandate. Okay. If the buttons overwhelm you, like that's one of the things that I was like, I'm not going to be able to do when I was like looking at Final Fantasy before my friends were like, we're going to play it one set for like a group hangout kind of thing, so make an account and download it, yeah, and then we never play with you again, yes. So I roped in other friends. A lot of the classes, especially nowadays, have been dumbed down. Additionally, even if you press the wrong button, the only thing you might do, depending on your class, will either make it that you have to use one of your emergency abilities to either minimize damage, heal your tank, like, that's the only time pressing wrong buttons really gonna matter. Any other time if you press the wrong button, it's very, very easy to recover. And it kind of helps you as well because it literally highlights what you need to press next. Like in your combat round. Like you press the first button in the combo, it then highlights the next button, you press that button and you just continue along. Like I thought I had to memorize all of it. I will say ninja I have to rememorize a lot because you have to know ninjutsu for all that it. And bloody... Some classes have little gimmicks. How do you make the HUD so clean? I mean, once I'm out of this text, I can show you my HUD. If you want. But it comes pretty clean to begin with. And you can move it however you like and customize it however you like. As confident... Yep, read that. Well, ain't you a bunch of helpful buggers? If you mind to lend a hand, I know where you're to go. As long as you researchers and scholars site busying themselves preparing for that not need all the help they can get. Well then, off we go. Okay. I'll show you my HUD. Now, this HUD that I have is a bit squished because I have my screen squished up so I can stream it. But every piece of the HUD I can move how I like. So for example, if I needed more hotbars, I could grab a hotbar, place it where I need to. For example, let's say I place it here. And then I have a hotbar. Additionally, there's some settings in my settings that I've turned on which hide any unused space. So, for example, my hotbar has 1 to equal sign for the keyboard. If I don't have something in, let's say, the 7 key spot, that square disappears. It doesn't exist until I put something there. Yes. Additionally, I have different HUDs for different class types. For example, my healer one will bring in party list, so it makes my life easier. But yeah, I just hide everything that I don't need, and it gives me so much space. And yeah, I've just compacted shit down into little sections, and then everything else is dead space. Like if I were to make my game in my normal mode, there would be like dead space between all of this. That's just how much room I have. It depends on the size of your monitor, yeah. But yeah. I just moved it as I needed. For example, these were all way in the very center of the screen, so I just moved it to the side. Some people have all this up top or to the side. You got 3 monitors? Nice, I got 2. But you can't play across monitors with this game. It's 1 monitor at max. Fuck, it's getting hot. I have one for the Twitch dashboard, and then I have a cinematic monitor, which I section off to do what I need it to. I don't have the space for a third one at the moment. Is it funny I have a full custom visual on, but I'm not gonna stream on Twitch? It was so expensive. I mean, my model cost me $50. Not including tracking. That cost me about less. Yeah. But your if I bring up your model has a lot more than mine. Additionally, I didn't have any Saber design. It was just someone that had a model, wanted to get rid of it, never used it, and was selling it. So I bought it. Whee! Yeah, I noticed. That's why I'm spinning them. Whee! Whoa! Whee! I love 7-Eleven ads. Oh, it's a bit big. I'm a ginormous, haha! And I've lost myself. Whee. There we are. I found myself. From what I can tell, a lot of people actually live down here. I don't know how much help we can offer, but I dare say they'll benefit from some of that fresh inspiration. Let's start by asking around, ideally without getting in anyone's way. Let's meet Bubby, right, once our work is done. And we jump off! Yamaru! Your requests? I have all the time. You're out of jail? How could you? But no, welcome back. Why you're away? This was all I was doing. Whee! It doesn't bother me. I wanted channel redeems more than anything. And well, when I was first starting to stream, you had to be an affiliate for channel point redeem thingamabobs. So I became an affiliate. So I had to deal with ads. But I don't think you need to be an affiliate anymore to use channel redeems. And I've already given my fucking information. People have spent money. So it's like, do I really want to undo it all? Yeah, fair enough. Why don't you do what we do with Tales of Lost Souls and stream some D&D? You don't have to do it on Twitch. God forsaken, don't. You can do it on YouTube or Kick. Christ, Kick. Kick, you just have to stream like 3 times, and haha, here, have money. Stream my crazy party? I don't know. What do you mean? Haven't you seen Chuckles and like that entire D&D group, Legends of fucking whatever they're called? And who knows? I may want to laugh at the people that go, haha, you've made a deal with a demon like 450 times. None of them are mentally stable. Do I seem mentally stable to you? I don't know. It's not like I was just spinning my character around for like 5 minutes. Yeah, I'll even stream Down Under style for you. See ya. Or then, you know what? Fair enough. I'm not making deals with demons every 5 minutes. Yeah. Did you see the new Artificer? I have not seen the new Artificer yet. The last I kind of looked was when they were still like doing alpha stuff in the class things. It's the same. It's the same thing. Put in a $35. It's like $100 where I live per book. Like, I'm not spending that amount of money because that's conversion of price. Like, it's $65 to $100. Like, fuck that. I'm not doing that. That's why I haven't really been looking into it. I will stick with my 5th edition because then I'd have to buy new shit. I'm a cheated past person. Do you know what's funny? You're the right way up for me. I'm gonna show. Yo! For anyone else, I'm upside down, but twas in Australia, I'm the right side. Aha! Hey, if I could, I would flip my entire stream and just say, I'm doing Australian streaming time. I mean, I will leave that completely up to you. I do not mind. It's awesome. It's probably more than mine. I just got left, right, up, down, just left, right. I just got left to right. Here you are. Pick your poison. One is just for my community. One is for the group I stream with community kind of thing. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm doing Australian streaming here, Nez. Go away. Play feetsies. I'll play with my feet. Whee. So how's your phasma going, if you can hear me, Nez? And then the Discord thing goes off by itself anyway. Lol, behold. It's sending my DMs. Okay. It will take a moment then. I thought you were gonna go on. Oh my god, the ears! The ears are so cute! Of course you can't be without the ears, of course. Wouldn't be enough otherwise. That's fair. Oh my god, the ear movement's so cute. And it has a little wiggle as you move. Oh, that is fantastic. That looks like such great rigging. If they flap their ears, they can fly. I expect to see a GIF one day of your avatar just having its wings flap like hell and just fly away. Yo, are you, well, I know you're a drow, like D&D. What is your OC's class? Let's get off Final Fantasy. What's your OC's class, I wonder? Oh man. Drow Blade Singer. Nice. I don't see many Blade Singers, I'm not going to lie. Let me refresh. They're like, have you seen Black Clover? You know the water temple and the young man and the female? That's how I picture, like, Blade Singer kind of style. Yo! That sword is neat. Wait. Is your... I was wondering if it was like your hand turning, or it's like connected, or like your sword was incinerating. But that's a great detail. The sword slowly forming. The shadows and the gloss on the character. You don't see the concept of like human body or like humanoid body turning into swords or like weapons that often. That's my OC, my first D&D character. Nice. It's always nice to keep your first close to hand. My first D&D experience was when my high school had a D&D class that could go towards our final SACE, our like board that says, oh, you pass or fail fucking school. And you'll probably encounter more. Like, you could put, what is it? My brain is goo. It is hot where I am in Australia. You could do, like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember you mentioning that Antarius is their name, which is a lovely name. Helping with the arc, even with all the power of must manage to squeeze out of the ether burner, still not enough apparently. And now here the final days have arrived, horrible creatures running rampant all over. If only we begun the sooner. People will die and there's no end to it if we don't fulfill our duties. But we will. We've spent years preparing for this moment, believe in the plan, and we will be well. I'm blind. Where thou be, NPCs? Thou be one. Offering to help, that's very kind, but I should be able to organize the rest of the documents by myself. It's mostly a list of the things we need once we arrive on the moon, and which star we choose as our next home. My duties largely concern the maintenance of living conditions, so I'll be a lot busier after we depart. I hear that our lunar characters have come down to assist in our efforts. I'm looking forward to finally meeting them in person after having communicated with them in such limited capacity thus far. To be honest, I've not even the slightest idea what they look like. I do hope they're not enormous looming giants. Why I would much prefer something small and fluffy, like that bee-hatted rabbit that I saw run by. If only you knew. So, I don't know if I asked, how many games do you DM at the moment? Or is it just for one group that keeps causing you headaches? Hello, are you one of our new helpers? 3 and I play in 1. Oh, working on ether burner? Oh dear, I hear things have come to a standstill on that front. Even so, I choose that over my current duties. Checking and loading samples day in day out is tiring, thankless work. I DM 2. I played in 1, and then I became a DM of it again. I am a forever DM. Still, no one will be cross if I misplace a few segments or what have you. The form's got enough on their plate as is. What with deciding who gets to board the Ark and when. Lots of powerful people have opinions about that. My heart goes out to Master, and the others hardly get a moment's rest, I expect. Do they even have the time to sleep? Yeah. I'm not using it at all. There's at the moment the DM now. Last campaign I got to level 20 with them. Yo, level 20? It's rare to see a campaign get that high these days. Like, I plan to hopefully get the Tales of Lost Soul about level 20. And if need be, yeah, don't know how well it will run. It will depend on the group. For example, I think the private one that I'm DMing, I think I was aiming for about 16 to 18. But now the group has made plans to have a wedding and now start a world war. Which has thrown in an entire new art. Meaning we're probably going to level 20. I got my armor. Got some 35. Oh, I can barely roll above a 15. Oh. Fancy meeting you here, Dash. Our friends in Form brought us here to see their twitchily teeny tiny toy boat, which was quite impressive considering they didn't use any creation magics. What we're really interested in is Ethereus itself, though we now find ourselves in a sort of funny underground miniature version of it. We were hoping Form would give us a guide tour, but it appears they're rather preoccupied. Honestly, all that time to prepare and they're still not ready. I suppose we'll just have to show ourselves around, or at least that's what we were planning to do until we transponded with RNG and your good self. Since you're both talking about engaging in idle chit-chat, perhaps you can show us a few points of interest. Won't that be fun? A tour of Lampolin first. An unexpected yet prudent suggestion. Given the similarities between this artificial environment and best ways borrowed, this be our best interest to have the bunnies acquaint themselves with those conditions deemed optimal by their Sharian companions. I need to find another game to join as a player. I have 5 spare days. I might go to start playing or roll 20. The 3 DM life is rough. I know that feeling all too well. I played in 2 groups. I then was like asked, oh, can you like DM us and show us like new people? It's like, I've only just started playing, but sure. That group then got 20 people, so I ended up DMing 20 people. I then got forced to DM another group, then another, and then another. I think the biggest group I DM'd, which went horribly but somewhat okay, with like 3-4 sub DMs, was about like 64 people, like 30 to 64 people, somewhere in that ballpark. DMing 20 people, bruh, you're a madman. Fucking, I know, right? Just waste time, I don't know. But yeah, it's like with a few sub DMs and like a spare of a moment, last second plan, I had to DM like 30 plus people. My max so I can connect them to the story is 5. I mean, if it's a one shot, I can DM over 20. The 20 people was like, oh, here's a group. And then it's like, shit, they've now fucked up the campaign, and more people have joined. Okay, I'm going away from this campaign, and we're going to spin off into our own. And no player I think I've DM'd has given me a proper backstory. So I just give them NPCs that they love, and I allow them to interact with the world and go from there. I can sense the pain. I DM'd a group. Because we were using a book, they could continue on even if I wasn't there. I went away, I came back, and apparently someone effed a goblin. I was told that's now everyone's favorite NPC, a goblin that got effed. I was away for one session, and they effed the goblin. I mean, yeah. However, the people at IDM, if I wanted a story out of them, it's like pulling teeth. I literally just tell them, give me a dot point, situation, something I can use. I've gotten dot points, I'm using those. And, well, the rat has the most... The rat does have the most lore. I'm not... No, I made the lore for the rat and it has the most. I think Mewshoo has more lore than the rat though. They just haven't discovered it yet. My group is like, oh yeah, so we see enemies, we bonk enemies, yay! Oh. Given the similarities, yeah, we read that. I fear, however, that continued upon my limited knowledge would risk narrowing rather than broadening their perspectives. But how thou art better suited to this venture? What a magnificent idea! Might we begin with that great big what's it over yonder? Oh yes, what's it? I will leave explanation. What am I explaining now? I don't know what it is though. What is it? This is an elevator. An elevator. Oh, unless you're talking about that, John. What's it? I'm extremely offended by what you're saying about me, Demon. You're not wrong, but still. I mean... I think I've gotten the most information out of Nez, Jay. I've gotten a bit out Katron, which I will work into somehow. I've gotten a bit out of a kill, like dot points, but like a full-on backstory, no one's given me that. Besides Nez, which I just need to fill in information, like cities and towns. But I haven't come up with a name yet. Oh, I've been worked on the fucking map. Goodness me, to build something so large without creation magics is positively stupendous. Perhaps you could direct our attention to its most important features. I have a water genocide that wants to use their wish at the end of a campaign to flood the multiverse for the Shark Patreon. Well, damn. The well would be nice underwater. I can see through that window pipe, another pipe at the bottom. Oh, this must be purifying water drawn up from below. Is that water I hear from inside that giant big tube? It must be because of those cogs and that gigantic wheel at the top. Oh, I see, that's how they draw up the water. They're possible some sort of spiral-shaped mechanism inside too. Mushroom looking thing. This looks like the trees in Greatest Endsvale. Hold on, that's a bit of a strange shape. It's thin at the bottom, but big and round at the top. Quite tall for something so unbalanced too. Now it makes sense. That's where they store the water. Who's my favorite character? Everyone has one. Alright, my favorite character. I have a couple. I have a couple above the others, 100%. However, one of them I like them for different reasons, and then I have a favorite NPC. Actually, I have a couple. I have a favorite campaign. I'm not gonna lie. I have a favorite campaign over everything else. And the players' characters and the main NPCs in there, oh my god, do I love them and hate them at the same time. The players themselves get me to walk away from the table because of their antics. But you wouldn't know that campaign because I don't stream that campaign. So if I had to limit it to the characters you know, if I had to limit it to the characters that you know, I would probably have to say... I can't, yeah. Yeah, I guess a Rat or Mushu. But if you knew the other campaign, and if you knew what's happened in that campaign, you would understand that there is nothing that a favorite can do in that one. Because in that I think we've said it on stream before, but in that campaign we've done, if there's something that can be imagined, it's probably been done or will be done very shortly. For example, when they first started, they went to a town, they found a cult, and the cult destroyed half a town. Just because. They went to the next town over, and they found Dig Dig and Dug Dig. Commoner Railgun, yeah. Which is a rip-off of the Mario Brothers. In that same town, we met the Porridge Grandma. She is a deity level threat that's hunting the players to feed them porridge. I like that. Yeah, Dig Dig and Dug Dig, they would go up people's pipes to steal their valuables during the night and pop out through their toilets. I wonder who they could be. They've been, yeah, that campaign's gone to a red light district. They've played with a little childlike god, which one of them is marrying them to. Brothers in pipe crime. So true. So true. They fought in a civil war. One of them became a kaiju and threw like hundreds of thousands of spears down at the capital city. And then they fought a puppet master. That same said character flexed so hard that they froze themselves in time and space. And they were able to fly from the powers of their muscles alone. As well as, like, they even time travel through the power of alcohol. They've summoned a water... That's a big fact. They've summoned a walrus body pillow, like another character summoned a walrus body pillow just from having a high. They fought in an arena. They've gone up against a dragon god. One of them is trying to make a monster cake. Yeah, one of the players turned another player into Black Widow. In doing that, same player died by the other player's hands twice. One which is now sentenced fucking all the Asemirs to death because they've pissed off Eldith, who's an NPC who loves one of the player's characters, which is a Minotaur, way too much. To the point that, oh my god, is she fucking a god? She's more OP than the final boss. Oh my god, one of the players, first session, pickpocketed another player, but they rolled so bad that they pickpocketed their own ID out of their pocket, put it in the other player's pocket, then pickpocketed it back, and now they both think they're brothers. This said player has also stolen over 1,000 doors and is known throughout like a continent known as the Good Berry Bandit, as he steals shit. My leather armor. Was your leather armor a part of this campaign, or was that a different one? That's going back a while. But oh my god, that campaign, it's like every session something else chaotic happens. And I love it. Well, if I were to hazard a guess, water is drawn up from underground, presuming with some other mechanism. It's purified here and then stored in that thing, in that tower, before being disputed elsewhere. Different campaign, but it was a good memory I want to recreate. Well, we're not in public space anymore, so I guess you... Not? Am I right? I'm right, aren't I? I know it. Design brilliant in its simplicity. I dare say it would take only a moment to install, even in the harshest of environments. For us, that is. Indeed, securing a reliable source of water is of the utmost importance for any fledgling settlement. We have read, however, that people are Epherius sometimes make their home in deserts and such. How are they able to survive? So, wherever you choose to live, you're never far from water. Oh dear, I worry you won't be able to produce the necessary amount. We can provide enough water to keep them from dying out completely, but it would appear they rely on it far more than we anticipated. A few adjustments may be in order once we've calculated the average rate of consumption per individual. It may also be worth learning about how exactly they attained their award in the first place. Master Alphonor spoke of a machinery responsible for that feat during our journey through, did he not? Perhaps Villa will share his for engineering marvel. Oh yes, that sounds absolutely splendid. We must journey beyond the sanctuary of Zavalian Hamlet. I shall lead the way. You mean we have to brave untamed wilds? A valid concern indeed. We could not help but notice the many dangerous looking creatures with big nasty teeth lurking beyond the safe confines of this settlement. Were we not escorted by burly custodians, I dare to think what would have become of us. Someone unmuted.
Hello.
What's happened, my friend?
Well, I had to leave for a moment because an anxious dog was being annoying. And I had to take care of them for around 10 minutes, and I came back, and I still have to keep an eye on them, so I can't join again.
Oh, that was so sad.
Yeah. I'm still in their chats, though.
Fair enough.
Don't worry, I'm sure you'll enjoy Demon's chaosy car rides.
Yes, I'm sure.
Hello, Mr. Morphia, welcome back.
Morphe and I should do that chat thing we were doing earlier more often. It's fun.
Oh, boo-hoo. Let me just put a max limit on how many messages you can send, Chaos.
You don't know what I'm talking about, though, do you?
No, and I do not really care.
Critical error.
And what would that be? And which Discord? You're in multiple.
I don't stream. I plan on it, but I don't stream myself, so...
Where is it? So, because there is actually a section for it, Mr. Morphia. Here, let me reveal it for you. I'll do it right now. Members can view save changes. If you scroll down, my friend, you should now see it. It exists, believe me. I just hide stuff when it's not needed, so everyone doesn't get, you know, bombarded with 1,000 things in a Discord.
Wow, chaos isn't needed. I hear you.
Not what I mean, my good sir. Fucking your head patting me for that. I have one for Nez too, by the way. Thank you for the hydrate. Regrettably, to a hungry person with foremost big nasty teeth, may appear to be a potential and rather appetizing source of sustenance. Mine I impose upon thee to assist in securing safe passage. For my part, I shall act as an escort to living way and cooking way, and trust singing way and growing way to thy care. No worries, Mr. Morphia. All what you need to do is ask. And it's not that hard. A more valiant protector than could be wished for. Valiant Godspeed. Oh, can I keep them? Please, they're so cute. So I was saying to you, I'd rather not be eaten by some horrid beastie. Come along, growing way to a water extraction. What's... We're talking about Samurai before. Fuck it. No, it's not Samurai. Thank you so much. I really hope this is worth this time. All part of a fun, some might say, but I will not be burnt to a crisp if it's all the same to you. Well then get strong. That's all you need to do. Become strong like moi. Oh yeah, how many ghosts have you gone right so far today?
I only got like one right myself. So
And the group?
I don't know.
Poor soul.
All of them, including the first one, which was a demon.
I love how Nez just unmutes to answer that. Just re-mute. My friends, I bid you welcome. Our destination doth lie at the top, lift's top. Pray follow me. You need to use this if should you want to let me know if you're headed that way. Mission. Marvelous, simply marvelous. So this is where the magic, or science rather, takes place. The perfect environment to sustain life, artificially created. The knowledge we've gained here will be essential when we start looking for new stars for your kind to inhabit. Apparently most of them don't even have air for you to breathe. I got D&D in 3 hours. Yippee! Congratulations. I wish it goes swimmingly for you for however long you play. Are you DMing or playing in this one though? Nah, playing. Well then I hope you can cause as much mischief as your DM will allow. Yeah, oh... Your star druid? Nice, nice. You're very lucky that Furious just so happens to provide everything you need to thrive. Or did mankind turn out the way they are because of the available resources, I wonder? Either way, it's another thing short of magnificent, and I can't wait to see more of it. I never pay for food, I just wild shape into a horse and eat grass. This is all very wonderful, I'm sure, but I'm rather hoping to learn more about your nourishment provision facilities. In other words, where's food? No one ever suspects the horse. I gotta save the money! Gotta save the money! I believe both the knowledge and consumables you seek may be found at, as I imagine, seeing way and the others intend to say, every conceivable facet of this. Well, wouldst thou be so kind as to escort our visiting Carnarian? Yes, that sounds much more interesting. Hopefully I'll be able to see firsthand some of the delicacies RJ was telling me about. Even if it's incredibly vivid, but all too descriptions can't compare to sampling them myself. Not to mention, the Furious will soon be no more, so I must learn all I can while there is still time. Let us brook no further delay. I've been kidnapped as a horse once, though. My God. Alright. Oh, get off. I wanna, can I stop there? Cheers, where is east? I even graze in the field in peace. What has society come to pass? I can see if the bottom part counts as a sanctuary. I think it will. But nevertheless, we can certainly see. It does not. Okay. Okay, no. Oh, Now then, people in chat, I have a question for you. Do we drones make the best feed? You can run into a store, grab all you can, wire ship, and dash out of the store. Yes. Alright, I have a question. Do we wish to go and raid Catron and watch Phasmo? Or do we want to continue along Final Fantasy route and go and raid someone doing Final Fantasy? Or even D&D, since we have talked a lot about D&D. I fucking don't help. Nezzy Boo, are you there? Faz is fine? Okay. Well, we'll see how long they're going for though. Nez. Fuck you. Nez.
We want Damon, we're on the trail of something.
How long is, if you're near Catron, can you ask how long he's going for?
This is the last game we're having. So it's not very long because we've already detected the ghost, we're just going for optionals.
Okay. Okay, in that case, let's just find someone to raid. Let's find someone to raid. Do I follow anyone doing this? I follow a few. Don't try. I can raid someone new from this category, why not? Tomorrow, 4 PM Central Train Time. Yes. Fuck off, guys.
Never.
Not sure. They're behind us, but it's fine. I shall be there in the chair in the corner of a room. Thank you, thank you. We'll go right as well. No, I don't know if it's gonna work. Thank you for the hype, Ketron. But yes, I'm heading off. The others will be heading off, I guess, shortly too. I don't know who they're gonna raid. We're gonna stick with Final Fantasy, because why the hell not? That's what I've been streaming. I have been Demon. I will hopefully see you, if I'm not dead from the heat, tomorrow at 4 PM Central Australian time for some Tales of Lost Souls, which is our D&D here on this channel. There is a public holiday coming up next week as well. I don't think I will stream because it will most likely be hot, knowing I usually do stream public holidays, but we will talk about that more at the end of the session next time, or end of tomorrow's stream. Additionally, we will do marbles again, which if you win, again, you'll get 1 free channel redeem. Either way, enjoy your time zones. I have been Demon. I have had fun with this game. I hope the others have had fun with their thing.